we're going to be working on the Illustrator final project with no bookwork. Woohoo! For this assignment, we are going to be creating a poster in Illustrator for the Anderson International Art Festival. This is not real, I made it up. It should measure 11 by 17 inches with a 0.25 bleed. We'll talk about that in a second. And it should include all vector. Now your fonts should be made into outlines. You know how to do this already. I need your fonts into outlines. So the poster should communicate the festival is about art, music, dancing, fine arts, and that it is international. And all right, so here's the information that you need to follow: when the dates, when the start time, where it is. Our client does want a quote about art in the poster. And here's where they can find more information. Vector designs that you have created. All vectors are graphics. Don't give me something boring. Now, if we were in class right now, I would make us look at these two links for design inspiration. So, here's some design inspiration. I have made in fact, you'll start seeing when I show you some of the examples from students that there's one that uses this as an example as their inspiration, you can tell. I could not find the one that I used as inspiration for my example. They have taken it down since I made this. So take a few minutes to kind of look through this and get some ideas. One of the reasons these designs is they're very heavy in typography. Don't just go grab some clip art and throw it on there. That is not what we're looking for. Okay? Really think about all the things that you've learned in this class so far. So you should have watched the video before about image tracing. If you're interested in using image trace, most people do. So I want to show you an example. Like I said, I found some inspiration in here and it's not there anymore, but here's kind of one that I made. Now I don't want you to copy it. I just kind of am doing this to kind of show you some ideas. So, all right, let's kind of talk about different things that we can do here. So first off, we need to make the template correctly. So we need to go to print. And I will say the type that we're using is called ledger. Let me change to inches. Oh, we can just do this. 11 by 17. Now you could do it long ways if you want. Most people go up and down. And then for bleed, it wanted 0.25 inches. And if this is turned on, it will put bleed all the way to the edges. So if you are creating something that needs to print all the way to the edge of the paper, it has to go all the way to the bleed line. So let's hit create. And there in red, that is our bleed line. So for instance, if we wanted there to be a background of some color, let me make a color here, blue. It has to go all the way out to that bleed line or it will not print correctly. Even though the paper actually ends right here. But if we want it to print all the way to the end, we have to go to bleed. Okay. So make sure you should, if you have this right, then you're good. So let's go back to my example here. Now, if you watch the first video, I went and got these pictures of these ballet shoes and cut them out using image trace. And I actually made them black and white. And I thought, well, that looks pretty cool. And then I made a copy of it and I brought the opacity down so that it would be behind it. All right, that's pretty cool. And then I started typing Anderson International Arts Festival. So if you don't remember how to do something like this, you can't think about it. Let me go over to my other one. So you just learned how to do this, Anderson. Okay, I retyped these because something's wrong with my A, but I don't care. All right, so let me make this arts bigger. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the way that I did this was I right-clicked on it and I created outlines. Remember, we just did that in the lemons. Then I was able to get the direct selection tool and shift grab, and then stretch it out and make it look different. Woo! So that is how I did that weird effect that I did. And like I said, that came from a poster that used to be up on the internet. I don't know what happened to it. It's gone. So you can do some, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool looking, so I did that. So that's what I got there. So I got those. And then I decided I was going to type out Anderson Arts Festival, and I did what I just showed you, and I grouped all of those together, correct? And I thought, well, I might want to try it in a different color. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I don't know. Oh, actually, I kind of like them both together. But then I made this several years ago, and I used to drive past. There was Salvador Dali, Salvador Dali exhibit in Atlanta, and I drove past it every day. So I went and got a picture of Salvador Dali, and I image traced him. But then, if you know, he is famous for this mustache. So I decided I was going to make this mustache even more because I've imaged it. Oh, all right. So, all right, now I want to use that Anderson Arts Festival, but now it's on top of his face. So I picked up that whole thing and moved it more up here and tilted it. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. And then I decided, well, that's maybe I could add both of them in, or maybe I should put a background on it. Oh, and that kind of makes him go away. I'm not sure. Then I went and typed in grunge background and I image traced that to get this kind of grungy look. So anyway, this is just to kind of give you a basic idea of my thought process. I'm not telling you to copy that in any way or anything like that. Let's look at some student examples. So I've got a bunch of that people have turned in the past year. Now remember, I mean, in the past years, this is all, everything in here is a vector. So if I, oops, sorry, I was trying to zoom in. This actually is amazing how good they were able to get. I'm getting all kind of emails, excuse me. They were able to really, when you look at it close up, it looks really strange. But when you're looking at it from far away, that looks really nice the way that they did that. And I like that she put it in this little swirly thing. And remember, it did say they wanted some type of quote about art. So here's a quote about art. That one's cool. And that is image traced. Now I like this one because this student, she was a student that liked to draw on paper. So when I showed her how to image trace in class, she got really excited. And this was a drawing that she had in her sketchbook in class. So she took a picture of it and brought it into Illustrator and turned it into a vector. So she drew this. I think she drew this one too, but maybe not that one. But I know she drew this one. So it's one of the reasons I kept that one as an example. I really liked this one. We used to have the Anderson Balloon Festival, so I thought that was really pretty, and I love what they did with the font here. That's very, very nice. Now, that one doesn't have any clip art or anything. It's just really cool type design. So, very nice. Now, this student, Larkin, she went on to a four-year college. She was really good. She drew all of those. She did not use any clip art or anything. All of that she drew herself. So I always liked all of her work. We always made fun of her trees, though. Okay, is that all? Do I have any more? Yeah, there's more. Where am I? Why is it not going on to that one? Okay, I like this one. Now, realize that it did say it was about dance, music, and art. So this, you can't just put something about painting or just about music. It's all of them. I like this one. That's Andy Warhol. He was kind of doing like I did with Salvador Dali. And it looks very Andy Warhol, so that's pretty cool. This is the one that I said you could tell that the person got their inspiration from that one I showed you on the internet. So, and I think this one looks really good. That one's fun. And I kept this one because I've had students who are really, really into anime, and they were always drawing anime and putting anime stuff. And I said, you can put your anime on there. And they were like, I can. And I said, sure, anime's art. So, yes, if you're really into something like that, you could. So, anyway, have fun with this. Make sure that everything is vector. And one of the reasons you want to turn all of your font into outlines is because if you have loaded a strange font onto your computer that I do not have on my computer, like let's see, who used a weird font? Like this, I do not have that font on my computer. If you do not turn it on into outlines, I will not be able to see it correctly. Okay, so if you have any questions, feel free to email me or text me and get me some good examples so I can get some brand new examples to show to the students next time. All right, get to work.